What is going on? Welcome back to House of Cards YouTube channel and podcast. This segment, we're doing a how to prep your cards all the way to shipping them off for grading with SGC. All right. So number one, you're going to want microfiber cloths. Okay. You need some penny sleeves and some semi-ridge card holders. All right. And also one more thing, you're gonna need some post-it sticky note tablets, just like you see there on my cards. I have these already prepped up, but any kind, it just makes it easier for the graders to pull the card out and inspect them, etc. All right. Now, number one thing we're doing here, we're gonna be taking the card out of the holder and we're gonna go into inspection, okay? So we wanna make sure the edges, the surface is clean. Try to avoid wiping the signature down so you don't wipe it off, okay? Check both sides. Always make sure you check the front and back of the cards to make sure that there's no scratches, dings, dents, whatever on the surfaces as well, because they do count that, okay? And then wipe down the surfaces with your microfiber cloth. Definitely check the edges, check centering to ensure that you get the best grade possible on the card. I mean, you are spending top dollar, especially with now the services are being higher and higher to get your cards graded. So make sure that you're getting the most bang for your buck for the money that you're spending, right, on getting your cards graded. Anyway, next thing we're going to be looking at here. This one looked pretty good. It did have like a little surface scratch on it, but I'm still interested in getting this one graded because it is Davison Figueiredo. Okay, he's the bad man in the UFC. Next card that we have here that we're pulling out is going to be a Misha Tate card. Now this one, I was real excited about this card because it is a 7 of 8 card. It's an octo refractor and it's got her signature on it. And this is one of her debut cards with Topps Finest. Although it don't show debut on the card, this is a 2013 card when she first came out. I believe it was Strike Force. But check that out, octo refractor. And I learned my lesson with the last card I had. It was an Amanda Nunez card, and it was an octo refractor.
What's up, Peloton? My name is
Sorry
Justin.
about
Thank you guys so much
that.
for
Recording
joining
while
me
I'm
today.
doing my Peloton workout today, trying to get my 100 miles in for the month of July. But anyways, it was an octo refractor, Amanda Nunez with an on-card auto. It was not numbered, but I purchased it for about 70 bucks. Held on to it for about 6 months. Threw it up on eBay a couple months ago before her last big fight. And man, that card went off for about, I think, 270, 280. I'm not sure. I had to go back and check the eBay final on that one, but ended up making quite a bit of profit on that one card. And so that's what I'm going to try to do with this one here, with this Misha Tate card. She came back after, not retirement, but she was out for a while. She had a baby or something. She did have a baby, but she was out for a couple of other reasons. But now she's back. She just won a fight a couple weeks ago, and she's coming back for the belt. So I figured, what better time to go ahead and invest in her, get a couple of her cards here. So pick this bad boy up here, and it looked really good. So this one is definitely grade worthy. I am definitely sending this one off here with the order today. All right, so I just cleaned it up, made sure the surface was good, edges were good, centering looked good to me. Obviously, I'm not a professional grader or anything, so I'm just using my experiences so far from cards I've had graded, etc. there, okay? Check front and back, slide that bad boy back in, just squeeze the edges on the semi-ridge sleeve there. Next card we got, NFL debut Mosaic, CD Lamb rookie card here. He's going into his second year now. I believe it's second season. Anyway, he had a good season last year, despite the injury to Dak, breaking the ankle, etc. But coming back, they have a good squad on the receiving end. Dak's been working out pretty good here in the offseason as well. He's supposed to be promising here. Hope so. Need the Cowboys to have a good season. So that one actually had some scratches on the surface. Had a little ding on the bottom corner, so definitely that one is not going to be going for the grading. And then I have this AJ Green here. I was really hyped about this one because it is a serial numbered rookie card of AJ Green. However, had some scratches on the bottom of the card, so I was bummed out about that. And hopefully, I think I zoom in on it here for you to see as well. kind of the areas, but it's on the front bottom right corner where there's a couple of the scratches there. Backside looked good of the card, but that front, no bueno with the scratches there on the bottom. It had some on the left, had some on the right there. You can kind of see them. It's kind of a little bit harder to see on camera. Does have a couple of things I'm pointing out here, corners. Back end looked good though, but sorry that one couldn't get graded. Anyways, next step is now we got to input the cards that we're going to be sending off for grading on the SGC site. And I use SGC just because they're affordable and they have a good turnaround time, about 3 weeks total, you know, to be going to them and then grading them and then shipping back to me. I think it's 3-week turnaround time. Hopefully it's still the same. The last 6 orders I've done have been no more than 3 weeks from start to finish to getting it back to my door. So here we go. We're inputting the information of the card. You start by year. Then you're gonna start by the card number on the back of the card, and then the player or fighter's name. And then kind of some of the specifics, like if it's an auto or if it's a rookie card or if it's a serial numbered card. And then you add that to the list there, add its value, and that you're grading a raw card. As you can see here, input all that information, find the right one. Sometimes it's already in the system there, so you're good to go. If not, you input your information and you'll set up your first of cards that you're going to be submitting there. Here we go, add in the card. Going through the steps here. Input that information. You're just gonna do this for every single card that we have here. Okay, going through, put it in, match it up. Also make sure you take the card back out, make sure it matches up with who the fighter is or who the player is, you know, the year on the back of the card, and then also the card number there. Okay, next thing I want to show you after we finish all that, we get all set up, make our payment there to ship out the cards. Next is boxing it up, making sure the cards don't get damaged in shipment. I like to put it in cardboard like this, put a rubber band over one side, put a rubber band on the other side. That way they don't slide around or fall out. Put them in a small box so there's minimal movement of the cards in the box, as you see so. And then tape it up, close that one up, and then I'm gonna use a larger box to put it inside of. And that way it's not easily lost either, as far as the smaller package that has the cards. And then also always put the invoice in there so they know the order of the cards and what cards are coming with the shipment that I sent to them. Okay, so that's done. Now it's in the bigger box, sealed up. I just used an Office Depot box that we had in the house. Sealed it up, put some bubble wrap in there as well. And now we're at the post office, getting the shipping label here of who we're shipping it off to. Select it, make sure you select that there's no hazardous items in there. If you're using a postal service box, that's on the left. If you're using your own package, you use the middle one there. And then the scale will weigh it, and the scale will do the dimensions for you if you're using your own box. And it's cheaper that way too if you use your own box versus the United States Postal Service box. All right, so just some tips there, save you some money. And then always make sure you put signature received. That way you know whenever it is received by the handler or the receiver, which is SGC. All right, and then you'll be notified as well if you put in your email address or by try using your tracking number as well. So I'm putting in the address here for SGC, click it, boom, there it is. And then now we proceed with the weight and then the dimensions, accepting that. That way it tells you what your cost is going to be. And then from there, it's going to get ready to do your shipping label. Pretty easy steps, especially after you've done it once or twice. You'll get the gist of it. It's not hard at all, guys. Not hard at all. All right, so get through that. Make sure you click signature. You can add insurance, especially if you're sending off pretty pricey cards. Sometimes they get lost, sometimes they get opened up, taken out, damaged, whatever it may be. At least you'll have an insurance there too, covering the amount of your cards, total value. And I always put the signature confirmation, making sure that they have the sign for it whenever they receive the package. And then you're also notified whenever it's received as well. With that tracking, you can always go back and use that tracking number. And then also if you put your email address in, it'll send it to you stating that it's been received at the address you sent it to, all right? And I just put $200 value. That's about all the cards that I had in there. Minimize it a little bit, but that's what I put down there. And then next you'll get it ready, make your payment right here. So now you set up for paying. There you go. The cost was like $15.50, something like that for the 2-day priority, because I want to get there quick and then also wanted to come back quick. So that's what I picked there. Make my payment. That's it up. It's gonna spit out the shipping label there at the bottom, which you'll see here in a second. And you're gonna slap that on the box, throw that bad boy in the mail out. And it may be different at your local post office, but these are all pretty simple things. If not, you can take it up to the front counter when they're in their business hours, and they can do it all for you too. Just make sure you have your address of the grading company you're going to send it off to, etc. And then the person up at the front desk will assist you with that. Here we go. Got my label. Just going to put it up on the box here. And make sure your box does not have any other old labels on it either, so that they don't get confused or send it back to you. You don't want to delay any time. There we go. Put it up on the box. We're done. Enter my receipt. Ready to go. There you go. That's it. And now I'll walk over right here, drop it into the mail spot, and it's out. That's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. It's helpful. Go ahead and hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and the podcast. Y'all have a great one. See y'all the next segment.